Is there any way to disagree politically and still stay friends online? Today, we talk about how. Welcome to Living Life Strong, where I give you powerful how-to tips about how you can happen to your life instead of your life happening to you. It is virtually impossible to get on social media now and not see some type of political post in your news feed. And so sometimes it's something that you agree with and it makes you feel empowered. Well, other times it's somebody that you don't know that has shared something ignorant that makes you angry. And both those situations are pretty easy to navigate. You might choose to like it, or maybe you debate the stranger, or you just move on. But it gets a lot more complicated when you see somebody, something divisive, or you consider divisive, when you don't agree with it, and it's from a friend, a coworker, or somebody from your church. So what do? Do you just ignore it and hope that they stop posting things like that? Do you mute them? Do you go into complete flame mode and tell them all the reasons why they're an idiot? Or do you just unfollow them and unfriend them and lose them as a friend? Well, how you respond can become more complicated depending on who it is, and even more conflicting if it's a family member or a longtime friend or a close acquaintance. I have seen relationships totally fall apart over political issues, political candidates, ideals that are expressed on social media. And so regardless of the action that you take, when people post divisive posts that are not aligned with your ideology, it creates this negative experience for us. And then in a normal physical conversation, most of us would kind of just ignore it and move on. But online, our first reaction is just to blast them. And I'm telling you, the number of abandoned replies that I've drafted is actually pretty comical. But I realize that if I feel that way about their post, imagine how they might feel about my reply to them. And then logic also, it tells us, look, nobody is changing their minds because of our posts online. So speaking as an overly opinionated person myself, it is a daily struggle not to post things that I'm very passionate about because they may have the potential to hurt other people that have different experiences than I do, see the world differently than I do. And so as I stop to think, I just let love take over. And also, I realize it's just my need to shout my opinion. I mean, it's not like we're exactly changing people's ideas through our social media posts. So a lot of times I just decide, you know what, it's not worth the risk. You see, divisive posts, they could distance me from somebody else, or I'm just pretty much just preaching to my own choir. I'm telling people who I agree with already. My post rarely or ever will change anybody's idea. It's typically a zero-sum game. And so it could earn me enemies while simultaneously influencing no one. So the question is my right to publish my ideals to the world that almost never change anybody's mind, is that worth me potentially hurting somebody else that doesn't understand why I believe what I believe? And so what is the solution? Well, I believe that the truth is that most people impact other people through relationships. Who would have known? Not preaching, not posting, not ranting on public forums. We have to live life through relationships, not posts. And look, the Bible's not silent about this either. Galatians 6:2 says, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. And that law of Christ that Paul is talking about, it's where Jesus says, love others as he has loved us. And if we are going to fulfill that, then we have to carry each other's burdens. And we cannot do that through a social media post, especially not through a social media fight or debate. So I want to challenge you this week, check your heart, check your logic, and then check your posts. Have a great week and live life strong.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow Living Word on social media. We post content each and every week, and you don't want to miss out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and our Instagram, and make sure to turn on notifications for all three, so you'll receive the latest news, updates, and content right at your fingertips.